Madhuri, in the chickenpox in pregnancy, the main point which we are going to discuss is, can the non-immune woman be immunized prior to pregnancy or postnatal? Basically, this is the RCOG guideline about chickenpox in pregnancy, and we are discussing that point. Okay, here we have a pregnant woman in whom we are considering the varicella zoster vaccine. Okay, so the question rises, do we need to do the testing for varicella zoster immunoglobulin before pregnancy or postnatally? Do we need to do that or not? That is a big question. Okay, immunization prior to pregnancy, not only testing but also immunization prior to pregnancy, or in a postnatal period. Should we do that or not? We are going to discuss that thing. Okay, that is a question mark. Okay, or postnatally as well. That is another question. Do we need immunization prior to pregnancy or postnatally? Can the non-immune woman be immunized prior to pregnancy or postnatally? That is the question. Varicella vaccine pre-pregnancy or postpartum is an option that should be considered for the women who are found to be seronegative for varicella zoster immunoglobulin. Okay, varicella zoster IgG. That is the main test which we do. Okay, not every woman will require the vaccine or immunization, but if we find that varicella zoster IgG is found to be negative in that specific group of women, then we will consider immunization in them. Okay, so I'm going to cross it out. Okay, I have crossed this varicella zoster immunoglobulin. Okay, if that is negative, then my arrow would be toward the vaccines, varicella zoster vaccine. We have to consider if a woman needs it. Varicella vaccine pre-pregnancy or postpartum is an option that should be considered for women who are found to be seronegative for varicella zoster immunoglobulin. While universal serological antenatal testing is not recommended in the UK, seronegative women identified in pregnancy could be offered postpartum immunization as well. Okay, if they are seronegative, they don't have varicella zoster immunoglobulin, then not only in the antenatal but also in the postnatal period, we will consider that vaccine. Okay, so seronegative women identified in a pregnancy could be offered postpartum immunization. That is what you need to remember. Now coming to detail, varicella vaccine contain live attenuated virus derived from the Oka strain of varicella zoster virus and has been licensed for use in USA since March 1995. Following its introduction, the incidence of the primary infection, that is the chickenpox, in general population has fallen by over 80%. Okay, 80%, and the mortality related to the condition has decreased by two-thirds. Okay, immunity from vaccine persists for up to 20 years. Two varicella vaccines are licensed for use in the UK for the prevention of the chickenpox. Varivax, Oka, Merck, Sanofi, Pasteur, that is a company name. Okay, and another vaccine is, along with the Varivax, we have Varilrix, Varivax and Varilrix, GlaxoSmithKline, GSK. Okay, and both are live attenuated vaccines administered separate doses 4 to 8 weeks apart. Okay, the varicella immune status of a woman planning a pregnancy or receiving treatment for infertility can be determined by obtaining the past history of chickenpox and by testing the serum for varicella antibodies in those who have no history of an uncertain an uncertain history of previous infection. In 2009, the UK National Screening Committee reviewed the evidence for antenatal screening for the susceptibility to varicella zoster infection. The committee concluded that there was insufficient evidence to support antenatal screening because of the lack of reliable information on the true incidence of varicella zoster infection in pregnancy and on the outcome following the treatment. Now, an economic model of postpartum vaccination of women who are seronegative for the chickenpox indicates that it is cost effective. However, this is currently not listed as an indication for varicella immunization in the National Health Service, and the women in this category may have to discuss the provision of the free vaccination with their general practitioners. Now, if a woman of reproductive age is vaccinated, she should be advised to avoid pregnancy for 4 weeks after completing the 2 doses of vaccine schedule and to avoid contact with a susceptible pregnant woman should a positive vaccination rash occur. Transmission of the vaccine virus is rare. Despite its being a live attenuated virus, inadvertent exposure to the vaccine in pregnancy have been reported to a register. There have been no case of hereditary varicella syndrome and no increase in the risk of the fetal abnormality above the background risk. Now, small studies have not detected the varicella vaccine in the breast milk of a woman who have been vaccinated.